Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Shooting the with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today's topic is brought to us by a viewer. They want to know what we think is better, the AR15 or the AK47 and why. So I want to hear from you all out there what you think. Let's get a consensus here. See if we agree or disagree. I'm going to say it's really hard to say which one's better, because their strengths are completely different. Now, the AR-15 is more adaptable. It can be more accurate, I do believe, in the right hands and with the right build. It's more of a precision firearm. The AK-47 is more of a do everything, never fail, tough guy rifle that hits harder, bigger bullet, everything like that. It's not as refined. It's not as inherently accurate, but it's a little more powerful. It's just a little more rugged. And the way I always like to say it, it depends on what I'm facing, which one I would choose. If someone told me you're in a tree in a field and 100 yards across on the other side, there's a guy with a rifle who's going to be trying to take you out or one of your guys out, and you have to take them out first. Well, then I want that AR-15. Because I want to be able to have a better chance of taking him out with one shot or as few as possible. If I'm told, hey, you and a friend are on this side of the field, and there's people on the other side, and they're going to come charging at you all at the same time, which gun would you rather have? Then I'd probably rather have the AK. If it's just open battlefield firing, I'm probably going to want to go with the AK-47. More chance to take people down with one shot, if you hit them once, with the AR, I got a chance to hit them with less rounds. With the AK-47, I got a chance to take them down with less rounds. So it really depends on the situation, and you can twist it however you want to twist it. But I'm kind of right in the middle. But if I had to choose one for me, which one I prefer, it's the AK-47. So let's see what other people have to say here before we move any further. Edgar Cortez says, I think my answer wasn't very precise, was it? It just didn't really tell anybody a lot of stuff. So hopefully everybody else's will. No, but before we do get to what other people had to say, I almost forgot. I need to do my little spiel. Basically, I just want to remind everyone this channel is a restricted channel. So if you want to keep up, you want to fight YouTube's anti-2A bias, sign up, subscribe, click that little bell, select all notifications. In fact, don't just do it here. Go on over to my website. That's a more effective way to do it, I think. It sticks better. So go on over to my website. It's linked in the upper corner. Sign up and get notified. Remember, make sure to select all notifications. Also, if you want to support the channel financially in any way, all these chats we do, everything else, and the programs we run, like Pets and Vets and TYMP, etc., Handguns for Heroes. Go on over to my website, tympistolproject.com. Over there, you can join Patreon, subscribe star, get some very exclusive patches by doing so, or you can just go buy merchandise like my Pete's Grindhouse merch here. There's all kinds of designs over there. You'll find something you want. Everything you buy goes to support the programs we run. So feel good about yourself when you're buying stuff over there. It goes to a good cause. Plus, like I said, it helps fight the anti-2A bias on YouTube. So with that being said, let's get over to the questions. Edgar Cortez says, I think the AR is more accurate and versatile, but in close quarters, the AK packs a bigger wallop with a heavier projectile. I own 4 ARs, scoped optics, AR pistol, etc. Well, look who's Mr. Highfalutin with all this stuff. But yeah, I own... how many ARs do I have? Just not a few. I don't have a lot of ARs. 1, 2, 3. How many AK base guns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like AKs better. I got 4 of them. That's not a lot. I know people have got like 25 of each, but they're really into them. John and Mandrick says, I'm not dead yet. I like that. We thought he might be dead yesterday because he wasn't here. At his age, you never know. I'm not really sure he's not dead right now. He just might not have figured it out yet. But the AR, I like the AK more, but the AR is probably the better platform. It's definitely the more versatile, as Edgar Cortez put it. Sean Bain said AK762 by 39 harder hitting. I do agree. That is a popular sentiment so far. Go Shadow said easier to build target capable AR in other calibers. I can fire a couple different calibers from an AR. Yes, it is more versatile. I think we all do agree on that. 545 by 39 is here, and he said AK is better, especially the 74. Well, as long as you answer the AK is better, you can stray away from the 47 if you want to. As long as you answered the first part of the question. You just, like I said earlier in the chat, you don't get to answer a question of which is better, vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream, by saying, it's peanut butter brittle or whatever fucking bullshit. You have to first answer which one's better. And we all know the answer is vanilla. Vanilla is the best ice cream around. And then you can lie and say it's something else like pistachio or whatever. Moose knuckle flavored. I don't care what it is, but vanilla is the best. You got to answer the first question first, is my point. DM Faust, Mr. Fat Salami, says, I prefer the plug and play nature of the AR15 Merca. Why'd you put the I in there? True Americans don't put the I in Merca. Makes me think you might be a plant. Not an alien like the other guy we were talking about, just a commie. Damn commies. Putting an I in Merca. He spelled it Murica. It's just Merca. Merca. The I is silent. Unless you're predominantly defending over hundreds of yards, AK. Better for up close and mid range. More thump accuracy, AR. That's pretty much the consensus so far. Close quarter combat, AK. Distance, AR. John Baloney Jr. just said AR-15 by far. So Baloney likes the AR-15 by far. Probably for the same reasons everyone else has mentioned. But Mr. Furley chimed in and said AR, light, customizable, 30-yard, virtually no recoil. They're loud, though. They're loud. They don't make a lot of recoil, but they're loud. I think they're going shooting my Mini 14 tomorrow, so I better make sure I got my earplugs with me. Gerald Cagney says, hi, Grandpa, you old. I think that might be a swear. My choice is my AR-15 Rock River with heavy match barrel. Rock River. That's the bad guys. Why do you have one from them? Match barrel 1.9 twist. If you're sick, don't forget to put your in the will for me. No, Caden's going to be still. Second I die, Caden's going to have this room cleared out. I don't allude to anything other than that. I mean, I don't delude myself to thinking other than that. Put the AUG in the will. That's what he was trying to say. No, Caden will take it. That's what, though, him and his friends tend to like the Scorpion better than the AUG. I don't know what's wrong with them. It's just this generation, I guess. They got problems, this generation. Lots of serious problems. Someone called me a boomer on Instagram because I put Venom on my car. Okay, boomer, doing your boomer shit. I'm like, how many 80-year-olds, that are big Venom fans? I'm like, if you're going to try to be insulting to people, at least make sure you're not horribly inaccurate with your insult, because it just makes you look stupid. Try to get your insults in line. I've seen a lot of boomers. I know what boomers do. I was like, clearly not. Gen X, dumbass. We're the ones that like comic books and stuff. Evan James, no relation to Kevin James, I don't think, unless this is his pseudonym for the internet. I like the AK better, less maintenance and more reliable. I do agree with that. They're less finicky. Squirt some oil on them every now and then, and they're going to work. So, we got one more person weighing in here. Then we are finished. And it is Mad Dog. And he said, I hate hearing the spring when shooting, but AR-15. And, that's not equal on all of them. It's like when I shoot my Colt AR next to shooting, like a Smith & Wesson AR, I don't hear that nearly as much. It's like when you pull the charging handle on a lot of like the Smith & Wesson AR I have, you pull the charging handle, you hear this of the spring. When you pull it on the Colt, you don't hear it. So it's not always the same on every gun, all the noises. It's just a lot of the noises are different on them, depending on how they're made. But that was Mad Dog there chiming in. He's the last of our bunch right there. Chat poll question clarification. Oh, I never took the chat down. Chat questionnaire down. Let me take that down. But we'll sign off now. That was the end for us today. How about you out there in YouTube land? What do you think is better, the AR15 or the AK47, and why? Let us know in the comment section below. Start a conversation. Get involved. Love to hear from you. Or you can come to our live chats and weigh in person. We do one every day at 6 p.m. Hope to see you at one soon. For now, I just want to thank everybody that did weigh in, gave us something to talk about today, try to get us a little consensus here. I appreciate it and everything you do for the channel. So thank you. I hope to see everybody again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe till I see you again.